You know HIPAA, you've heard of HITRUST, you feel like they're similar, but you're not so sure about that. Save this moment because that's the last time you're going to have this feeling. Because today, we're covering everything you need to know. HIPAA, HITRUST, their differences, and how to get compliant with both, so you never have to worry about this again. Before we start, I want you to remember two terms: a set of directions and a map. It doesn't make sense now, but it will soon. Let's begin. One of the reasons you're probably more familiar with HIPAA is because it's older. Another reason is because it's always in the news with scary headlines like these around it. HIPAA was signed into law in 1996 by President Bill Clinton. The law aimed to protect data of patients in the American healthcare system by basically prohibiting businesses from disclosing protected information to anyone other than a patient without their consent. So, we're protecting information relating to healthcare, PHI, and that covers 18 different fields like names, emails, social security numbers, and more. Importantly, HIPAA, the law, also gave power to the US Department of Health and Human Services Office for Civil Rights to punish any company that handled PHI but did not follow the rules and guidelines, etc. We have a full video about that you can go watch right now. HITRUST came out nearly 10 years later, and while a lot of people think HITRUST is the name of the actual framework, it's not. HITRUST stands for Health, Information, Trust, Alliance, and don't ask, and is the name of the non-profit private organization in question. They built a framework known as HITRUST CSF to guide organizations, especially those that operate in healthcare, to meet their security and compliance goals. And the main goal of healthcare companies, as you know, is being in compliance with HIPAA. But HITRUST CSF takes it a step further. While HITRUST CSF maps to HIPAA, it also maps those same controls to several other frameworks you may like to get, like ISO, PCI DSS, ISO 53, GDPR, and more. This means that work that you put into one framework can easily be reflected into others. HITRUST summarizes it best: assess once, report many. So, with that context set, let's dive into the differences between HIPAA and HITRUST. Number one, what it is. HIPAA is a law created by the US government. HITRUST CSF is a compliance framework solution, one that's created by a global private organization. Two, what it means. HIPAA is non-optional for companies that fall under its purview, that is, those that handle PHI. No two ways about it. HITRUST CSF, though, is optional, though some companies may mandate it in order for you to work with them. Three, what it helps with. HIPAA is useful for companies that operate in the healthcare space, but HITRUST CSF's broader control mapping, though, means that it's accepted by healthcare, financial, tech companies, and more. 4, what non-compliance entails. If you manage PHI and you're not HIPAA compliant, you're liable to be fined up to $250,000 by the HHS OCR. No such thing for HITRUST, though. As we've mentioned, it is optional. 5, what you can do with it. There's no official certification for being compliant with HIPAA. HITRUST CSF, on the other hand, has auditors who will assess you against the standard, with 2 certification options available: I1 and R2. 6, what does it cost? The cost of getting HIPAA compliant ranges from anywhere between $15,000 to $50,000 for a small to medium business. Given the expansiveness of its focus, though, HITRUST is more expensive. Estimates for an I1 and R2 certification can cost anywhere between $60,000 to $200,000. Very often, compliance is a journey of going from point A to point B. This is where you stand, and based on the framework or regulation, you identify that this is where you want to go. HIPAA, in that sense, is like a set of directions. Go straight here, implement the security rule, take it right there, don't disclose your patient's data, and you'll find it on your left. If you've passed breach notification, you've gone too far. HITRUST CSF, though, is more like a map. It's more expansive than just a set of directions. It can give you instruction on how to get to HIPAA, but you can also use it to see how far away you are from a range of frameworks. And this doesn't mean that HITRUST doesn't give you great directions. It does. According to HITRUST Alliance, over 80% of hospitals, health systems, and health plans use the CSF. So, HIPAA is like a set of directions, HITRUST is like a map. I told you it would make sense. So, what is right for you? HIPAA or HITRUST? HITRUST CSF and HIPAA both help companies that operate in the health industry minimize the security risks. And for good reason too. A 2023 IBM cost of data breach report found that the average cost of a healthcare breach was nearly $11 million. HIPAA is a non-optional investment. It's a law. And being in violation of the law can mean a variety of civil and criminal penalties being levied on you by the HHS OCR. All companies that manage PHI need to be HIPAA compliant. Its higher price tag and optional nature means that HITRUST CSF may not be for everyone. If you do have the resources, though, HITRUST CSF is a great patch to have. It is the gold standard for healthcare data security. It scales easily and it synchronizes several frameworks, making compliance a more seamless process. If you want to get compliant with HIPAA, ISO 27001, SOC 2, and more, Sprinto can help. By digitizing and automating the compliance process, Sprinto helps companies get compliant faster and more effectively, and empowers them to stay that way too, year-round instead of just during an audit cycle. Companies just like yours that get HIPAA compliant with Sprinto save up to 80% of their time, effort, and cost during the compliance process. Learn more by visiting sprinto.com or booking a demo with our HIPAA experts using the link below. If you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe, or even share the video with somebody else that you know would find it useful too. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible.